Hi, it's Willie Carlson here. I love me a good war film, and I certainly love me a good Billy Wilder film. The man is one of the greatest film directors of all time, having crafted many classics. And one of his films just got a 4K release courtesy of Kino Lorber, who's been doing a bang-up job of bringing a lot of his stuff to the 4K format. Today we're looking at Stalag 17. I'm going to unbox this release and share my opinions. Nice art on the slipcover there. As with most Kino releases, basically the same art underneath. Inside the case, we get the 4K, which has the film, and a Blu-ray, which has the film and some featurettes. Brand new HDR Dolby Vision Master, from a 4K scanner to the 35mm original camera negative. The legendary star and director of 1950s Sunset Boulevard, William Holden and Billy Wilder, reteamed 3 years later for the gripping World War II drama Stalag 17. The result was a 1953 Best Director Oscar nomination for Wilder, and the elusive, scheming Sergeant J.J. Sefton, a POW at the notorious German prison camp, who spends his days dreaming up rackets and training with the Germans for special privileges. When two prisoners are killed in an escape attempt, it becomes obvious there's a spy among them. Is it Sefton? Famed filmmaker Otto Preminger tackles a rare acting role as the camp's commandant. Robert Strauss earned the film's third Oscar nomination for his role as Animal. Here's the granddaddy of all World War II POW films. A powerful anti-war classic from the brilliant creator of Five Graves to Cairo, A Foreign Affair, Sabrina, Some Like It Hot, and The Apartment. I'd never actually seen Stalag 17 prior to picking up this release, and I've certainly heard mixed things about the film, but I was very curious. Billy Wilder, of course, one of the all-time great film directors. I mean, the guy's done a little bit of everything, and everything he tried his hand at, he was usually very good at. And you got a great all-star cast here, too, that includes the likes of Otto Preminger, William Holden, and even Peter Graves. And the set pieces look absolutely fantastic. Again, this is set in a World War II POW camp. Something that really wouldn't be tackled on this large of a scale on the big screen again until The Great Escape about a decade later. That's the movie that everyone seems to remember, but Stalag 17 tends to have faded into obscurity by comparison. That said, though, the look of the film is absolutely fantastic. This is a black and white 4:3 film, and the photography looks fantastic. The casting is great. The movie, even if it is a bit of a mixed bag, you can't argue with the quality of the production. Unfortunately, the film itself does have a few issues. I mean, this is a film about POWs in a prison camp. The problem is the movie can't quite decide if it wants to be a gripping drama with suspense and thrills around every corner, or if it wants to be more of a comedic, lighthearted approach to this material. When it comes to the latter, you could almost argue that this film is the precursor to works like MASH and Hogan's Heroes, but unfortunately they treat the Germans like bumbling fools at times, and this makes them hard to take seriously as villains. And it also diminishes the more dramatic content of the film, which, when it's done well, is done quite well. I mean, The Great Escape, again, kind of hard to avoid comparisons between the two films. That movie came out 10 years later, and it was a much more serious, gripping drama with higher stakes, larger amounts of violence when needed. And while there certainly was some more comic relief moments, they didn't come at the expense of making the Germans look incompetent. I mean, the villains in The Great Escape look like super geniuses compared to the bumbling German fools that we see in Stalag 17. So I have to say, I do have a very mixed opinion of this movie. The best thing I can say about it is it feels like it was the precursor to later works, and there are some great performances here despite it all. William Holden actually did win an Academy Award for this film. I am happy to say, however, that this 4K master looks absolutely fantastic. The addition of HDR really gives it that little extra push. A lot of people think black and white films aren't going to be helped too much by the 4K format and HDR, but things like these are the movies that will shut up the naysayers. Picture quality here is very good overall. It's a sharp yet natural image that retains the natural film grain. There are a handful of images here where the picture fluctuates and flickers a bit, but for the most part, those scenes are pretty rare. Everything here looks very good. We do get 3 audio commentaries in this release, plus 2 older featurettes as well, so it's good to see it's not a bare bones package. It would have been nice if we could have gotten a little more, but at least we do have something here to watch if you're a fan of the movie. If you are a fan of this movie, I would easily recommend this 4K from Kino Lorber. Picture quality is great, but if you've never seen the movie before, I would definitely put this one under try before you buy. How about you? What do you think of Stalag 17? Do you think this is one of the greatest World War II prisoner of war films ever made? Do you think the mixed approach benefits or hurts the film? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, subscribe to this channel for more comics. I'm always posting new videos. And make sure to hit this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Timothy Carlson. I'll see you next time.